Recording. Today we start in child's pose with a block, preferably. So grab yourself a block, and I want you to lengthen your arms out, just like these guys are doing. Well, Richard's now not.
There's something going on in the shoulder.
Dropping your bottom into your heels and lengthening your arms. So what I want, the whole idea of this is to get an extra stretch into your lats, the side muscles that run down the side of your back. So you want to melt the head and chest down, lengthen those elbows, and just breathe, reaching a little bit more every time. And look up, just take your eye gaze up, slide your blocks a little bit wider on your mat, so just come off the edges. Melt down again, we've got a wide stance in the shoulders. You're going to really feel a lot of mobilization stay in your shoulders. Yay. And then I want you to take your left hand on top of your right and melt your left arm as you reach into the side bend, pull your left butt cheek back into your left heel and breathe. And then we simply swap to the other side. So we take our right hand on our left and we reach into a side bend there, melting your head and chest, dropping down through the shoulder. And we're just taking the stretch into the rib cage as well. And then bring your arms back to wide stance. And we're going to lift ourselves up onto our hands and knees. So our hands are wide. Take a curve. Push through the floor. Squeeze the belly and scoop everything up to the roundness of the spine. And then release it, lifting your eye gaze into your bottom slightly, letting your abs just drop. And then come to neutral spine. And we're going to look down towards the floor, to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale, nice deep bend to the joint of your elbow. Exhale, straight back up again. So just warming up chest muscles. Now, if you're pretty strong in your chest, you might want to just take your knees instantly back, lower to a half plank and work from there. Don't drop lower than your elbow joint. So your chest just goes to the elbow joint, straight back out again, up again. Also, make sure you don't dip your lower back, so we're nice and strong into the core. Squeezing the belly in towards the base of the spine. Let's do 6 more. Inhale down, exhale up, keep it slow. 4, 3, should put my gloves on for this. 2, and 1. Bring those blocks back into the center, forward to the front of your mat. Squeeze back again into a bit more of a narrow child pose. So my knees run along with my hip bone. Take a couple of breaths, lift your eye gaze, and we're going to slowly come out of our knees, bending our elbows in, dropping our chest back down, lifting back up, pulling back to child's pose. Inhaling here, exhale. I fold up, so I curve the spine, lengthen, elbows brush into the rib cage, push back out, curve the spine, and sink back into child's pose. So make it into a kind of a little bit of a pattern. Rolling through the spine, lengthening the spine as we dip down into the tricep, pushing all the way back up, curving the spine, and sinking back into child's pose. Now, your option here, if you're feeling a little bit strong, you can roll up, lift the knees, drop down, push back up, drop the knees, curve it back, okay? If you feel like your hips are dipping down lower than your shoulder level, then you've not got the core strength to do it. Push your knees back down. Hips in through that core. Lovely. Keep sliding those elbows close in towards the body. Now, we want to focus on the power up. So we inhale, child's pose. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, down. Exhale, power up. Inhale, curve the spine. Exhale, step back. So if you're confused by the breathing, power up through your exhalation. That's all you want to remember. Inhale, down. Exhale, power up.
That's totally alien.
Yep. That's Pilates. You've not earned that in the last 8 years or whatever you've been doing. Yeah. Okay, 2 more guys. We settle back, we reach back in child's pose, and take that lovely stretch again through the arm. This time, lower your elbows to the floor, bring your forearms underneath your forehead, and then just kind of curl into that little ball here. Why is there something?
No, it's just about the breathing. I've never really focused on the breathing.
As long as it's circulation breathing in through nose, out through the mouth, and don't hold your breath. That's the most important thing. A lot of people get confused by the breathing.
Yeah, and I've always sort of just breathed naturally. I've never held my breath, but just sort of let my body do what it should.
And usually we do the opposite to what we're meant to be doing in Pilates. So slide yourself forward, guys. Come onto your toes. Pick up your knees. Keep your knees bent. Lift into downward facing dog. Woohoo! My favourite position. My favourite position. Focus here on your scapula, your rib cage, dropping deeper towards your thighs.
What's a scapula?
Scapula is your shoulder
Shoulder
blade.
blades.
Squeeze the belly to raise the tailbone to the sky. And then push your heels to the floor.
Not to be confused with what you stir forward with.
Spatula.
That's the one.
Now feel those heels pressing down into the floor, that wonderful stretch through the calves. And then once you push your heels down, squeeze your belly to lift your hips and melt your chest even deeper. We're going to roll our bodies forward onto the tips of our toes. As we do, we're going to bring our right knee around the outside of our elbow and then push it back up. Same leg, pulling forward, pulling it round and towards the outside of our left elbow, which takes us to a twist. And back up to tabletop, to down facing dog. So right leg, outside, back, right leg, inside, back. If you don't like any of those things, then you can just bring your knee forward and push it back. Come on, work on that rotation. Feel your body turning. Big lift up towards that elbow. Big push back. Wrists.
Shoulders.
Come on, guys, don't give up. We're nearly there. Give me one more to the outside and one more to the inside. And then pause up here. Drop your knees, drop your elbows down to the floor. Rest off the shoulders. Curve the spine. And staying on your elbows. Raise your right leg up and behind. Take your right arm out to the side. Tap the foot around the other leg. So take it across, lift it up into a circle, all the way around. Lifting up, across, all the way around. Here we go, hip mobility work. Abs on, feel your obliques controlling that movement, and really use this whole big circle to get as much out of that hip mobility as you can. Does anyone else enjoy this? I think it's lovely.
Pilates in general.
Yeah.
This particular exercise. Give me 4 more. So tap to the side is 1, tap behind the leg is 2. And we end up with our leg tap behind. Lift it up, point the toes. We've got a slight angle here. Press it up and down, squeezing the thighs together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up all the way around. Tap it around the outside. Land it on the floor. Lift it up. Point the toes. Big circles. Let's go. Get them as high as you can go. If it's really a no-no, bend the knee and do it at 90 degrees instead. Which you might better off bending the knee a little bit. Just give it a little bit more. That's it. Reverse it. Let's do this. 8, 7. Big, big, big circles. Bring that leg all the way forward towards your right hand. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more. Drop it to the floor. Pause. Lift it. Hold it. Now you want that left buttock to be screaming. All on the ground. Are your toes up towards your right hand? 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift it, and drop it. Okay. First of all, come up onto your hands. Move your left leg all the way to the edge of your mat and turn your foot out. Slide your right leg, drop your elbows, turn your foot parallel and sink into a hip stretch. Groin, inner thigh.
So what was that? Diagonally behind you.
Just do what I'm doing. Look at the mirror and get a flat back. Really feel to balance something in your spine.
Well, this hurts.
Yeah, so what we're aiming to do here, and that's going to help people out, is grounding the outside edge of your right foot on the floor. Yes, Anthony?
Which it is. Ow. Ow.
Straighten that leg. Push down.
Oh,
Yeah, looks a bit kind of wrong. Like it didn't want to be there at all. You okay?
Yeah. So,
Now push your bottoms back, guys. All of you, push your bottoms back 2 or 3 inches. Someone that's quite comfy.
it's always coming.
Very comfy,
how
so
is it to work?
you should be very quiet. Oh, that leg's not even moving.
But the hope was if I was quiet, you might leave me alone.
So guys, to come out of this, you just come up onto your hands. Push your body weight over and slide the leg in, tuck your toes under and sit into your heels. Here we're going straight into an arch of the feet toe stretch. Yeah? Lovely. Right, this is where your bands might come in handy. So quickly grab them, they're not nearby. Left hand comes up to the middle of your back. Give it a helping hand if you need to. Then your right hand can catch it. So the bands are what plays the part of the stretch. Oh, someone's running in. Always when I'm teaching, never when I'm not. So here we want to focus on grounding down into our heels, and we start to feel a really deep stretch to the feet.
Do this.
Like a ballerina on the tips of your
I
toes.
literally can do this with this hand. That's it. Actually go up any
Come on,
further
take your
than
right
that.
arm up and over. And then if you feel this is getting too much on your feet, lift out a bit, slide your toes down. Focus on the shoulder stretch. Lift your elbow up, push your left elbow back, and lift the chest. Who's not feeling this?
Me, because I can't get my arm in the middle of my back.
Get your arm over the top.
It's not, that's it, honestly. Come and do my arm, so you find it won't,
You should
With one,
actually as
with
well.
one.
that arm will not
Okay,
go
hold
in.
that.
Why can't I get it to the middle
There
of
we
the
go.
back?
I remember I've got go your arms.
Some
Good.
people
You should be
are
feeling it right across the shoulder.
front of my
Tom's
shoulder.
linked quite happily.
So when he's linked. Just don't have that flexibility with arms,
I'm
legs,
fine, thanks.
back.
Just lift that elbow up a little bit more and push that elbow back a little bit more. You've got now the option to lift up, roll, onto winner.
Or you could face plant.
What do you think? Don't face plant. Use your blocks if you need to. Oh, oh. Oh my God.
Right. I've got
Everyone's
that
calling
out.
me. No one's calling me.
Get back up.
So they're all gone for it. They've all gone for it. Push those elbows away from you. Now draw your abdomen. This is a nice little core exercise. Squeeze your belly in. Roll back up. Use your tummy muscles. Ta-da!
It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
Release. I thought in another life that might be quite a big job. Like,
You're getting to, yeah.
I don't think I'm
You'd be
very
good
good
at
at
it,
it. I don't
actually.
think I would be.
No, I think you would.
I think it will be.
You're
Well, I'm
really
sure
smart.
of us.
We've seen you just Pilates, so
Ah!
God help you.
Okay, let those arms shake off. And down on the floor, tuck your toes down, facing down. Good. Once you're here, bend the knees, lift your bottom, lengthen the spine, and then walk through the heels up and down. So a little bit more mobilization. I'm going to push your your chest down. Okay?
Yeah. What I need. Never mind, I'd have to say 3 times a week.
All right. Okay, so.
Huh? This is the sort of dominatrix I like.
I could charge more. Dominatrix, you know?
Good.
But then you'd be using high heels and it turns into more.
Yeah, but then, yeah, I don't even have.
You still recording though?
There might be little weirdos. Okay, guys, are you ready? We take that left knee outside of the left elbow, drop it back, and then take it to the right. If you can, keep it up to the sky every time. So we're just going to reverse a little bit of what we just done on the other side. Lovely, strong movements, working into those shoulders, working into that core. Rotate the body to the left, rotate the body to the right. Much easier on the side, that's great. Come on, let's work it. Feel that strength. One more. Remember your option just to bring that knee straight into the chest if that's easier for you. Guys, should be your last one. And when you've done your last one, put the leg down, drop your knees, slide it back, drop the elbows, little ball. Now we're going to stay on our elbows, roll ourselves up. Lift your chin, lift your bottom, so it comes a little kind of cat-cow stretch here, just curving in and out the spine. My friend said that her whole family died, is that what she would do for a living? Which is a really morbid thing to say, but very strange thing to say. Okay, left hand out. Left leg up into the air. We squeeze it across the right inner thigh, tapping it down to the outside, and then use that movement to get as much circulation in the hip as possible. So work that buttock. Right buttock's going to fire up this time. You want to try and bring that leg up and around and all the way as far towards that left hand as possible, and then all the way. Why is it when Rich is here, our conversations just turn into two things that you don't get to talk about on camera?
Degenerate.
You started the profession.
All right, I did. Highly entertaining. Makes life a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? Okay, let's drop in those hips a little bit more. Let's try and squeeze into the belly a little bit more. Let's get those feet a little bit further forward. And your right leg needs to start feeling this. Your right butt cheek. Give me another 4. Squeezing back. Lifting up and down. Now we end with dropping those toes to the outside of that right foot. Lift and pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up all the way around. Drop it down for a brief moment. Reset. Fixing that core, flat back. Take the weight into the right leg. Lift the leg and take some circles. Make your circles half But you need to if you're really struggling.
Circles are harder on this.
I'm cramping my right buttock. Reverse. 8. Come on. 7. Get them higher. Get them deeper. Get them further forward. 4 more. Come on, Tom. Don't give up. 3, 2. Last one. Drop it down. Brief moment. Take a breath. We're nearly done. Point the toe. Lift the leg. Pulse it up and down. Last thing we've got to do. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I'm seeing legs going back here. Bring them forward. 8, 7, 6. Forward. 4, 3, 2. And drop it. It was worse that side. Come up onto your hands and set your positioning right. So my right knee's coming all the way to the edge. Foot turns out. Then my left leg slides as far out to the side, in line with my hip. I drop down to my elbows. I lift and lengthen through the spine, push my bottom back and sit down. Inner thigh stretch, groin, hip flexors. A lovely opening into the sacrum. So what we're trying to do here, you should actually think you can use your blocks on this one, Anthony. You can put your elbows in the blocks. If you're really struggling with it. If you use the mirror and you're really curved in the spine, draw the chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades back, lengthen out through the spine, but then push your bottom back even more. Tom, you're in a better position this side.
Good. I'm scared.
Slide your hip a little bit more to the left. Push that leg. That's it. More. So you're not sinking into your right side.
And most of the pain on this is on the inside of my down my knee.
Inner thigh, yeah.
Even around my knee, like my MCL.
Push your bottom back and take straight to the knee. Yeah, it's a deep abductor stretch. Breathe. Push that knee a little bit straighter. Push your bottoms back another inch or 2. I've got to.
I can see you.
I hear you.
It's coming your way.
And one more deep breath in. And then remember to come out, come to our hands. Just slide the leg in. This time, bring your hands back down, grab your heels, curl into the ball. Yeah, but it is just push it a little bit more, I think.
It's all around that joint there.
What, as in the tendon stretching?
When you're doing that, when you push it forward, that was it.
Okay, so we're coming back onto our hands and knees. Tucking our toes under again. And sit back into our heels. Remember, this one's the easier second time round. Right arm. Left arm. Elbows back. I think most people can use bands on this side, aren't they? So for now, stay seated back into those heels if you can. As soon as you start to feel the stretch, try and push your elbows back more. I know you're there, Tim. All right, Tim. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now sit up tall. Elbows back, chest elevated. And when you're ready, you can come off your heels if it's too much for your toes, slide your feet under. And then, those of you that are feeling they want to go over into a forward fold, use your block if you need to. Roll to the top of your head. Stay here. It's a lot harder this side. Elbow off the floor, guys. You're on your heads, not your elbows. Much. Just do a little interlated stretch there. See if you can do that. So if you're in a forward fold, abs on, lift up. And once we're there, release the top arm, release the bottom arm, release the band, give it a little shake. That's all right?
Yep.
So you do that, hey, go on. Hands on hips. Downward facing dog on the blocks. So adjust it how you need to. I think actually I prefer it like that as I get over it. And this gives you an opportunity to go a little bit further because you've elevated. Just be careful that it slips in these mats. Now I want you to watch me. I'm going to raise my left leg. I'm going to bring it forward and I'm going to thread it through and come up into a side plank. Come and join me.
Running all the way.
Left leg, swing it all the way underneath the right. Turn, rotate and twist the body. Push into the outside edge of that left foot and squeeze up a little bit more. Push up into the waistline. Turn, look up to the hand. Your whole upper body's turned to the side. And then release the hand. Slide that leg out. Lift back up.
Got a muscle twisting going on there.
We bring the right leg to the sky. We put it into bent knee. We turn, we take it out to the side, and we rotate it. And then if you dig into the outside edge of your foot, you'll lift your hips, squeeze your butt, open the arm, look up. Much easier to twist the side. Yes? 6 o'clock in those arms, guys. 6 o'clock.
10 minutes.
And then bring your hand down. Pull the leg out. Lift up. Now, very briefly, drop your knees to the floor. Get the weight off your arms. You can use the blocks or not use the blocks for the next exercise. We're going to do jack legs with shoulder taps, opposite side. So it's going to go like that. Yeah? Like that. Tap the right shoulder as the right foot steps out. Tap the left shoulder, left foot steps. Got it?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah? So coordinate yourselves. So a little bit of stability work here, a little bit of shoulder work. Use the mirrors at your core, hips down, hips low.
I mean, sort of, that's what
Yeah, yeah. If you're wobbling around, drop your knees, okay, and do it on your knees. You can lose the hands, just do the legs perhaps.
my face is low.
So listen, your body stays dead straight, yeah? Tap, tap. And you can do it. Jumping, woo! Come on, Anthony.
That's it, what you should teach.
8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going however you are. 2, hold. Everyone hold. Hold. Drop your elbows. You might still be on your blocks, you might be on the floor, or on the block. I think there's 2 of us on the blocks. Okay, pulse the hips. Options, drop your knees, do it here. Really tight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then we'll drop all the way to the floor. Ooh. So if you grab the block, put your elbows on it, let your bottom, sorry, let your hips drop to the ground, and elevate the chest, pull your shoulder blades back. Come into a nice deep back extension. So people that have like bulging discs, this is a really good rehabilitation for getting your spine back into its place.
If you've got a good back, it's a really good way of breaking.
It's a really good way of mobilizing it. So squeeze your shoulder blades back. Drop your belly into the floor. Why are you so low, Tom? You've just got a bendy spine.
Probably doing it wrong.
Nice, it's nice.
It's actually quite nice. Couldn't stay here all day.
No. Okay, come flat down to the ground. Take your blocks forward. Right, we're going to do loads of movements through the shoulders. Feet wide, feet down on the ground. We're going to lift up to a hover. You're going to circle your arms in a full circle. Once it reaches here, bend and sweep our arms under and reach forward. Sweeping around. Breaststroke, but we don't curve our palms under. We keep our palms facing down. It's more of a challenge. Squeeze the shoulder blades to pull the elbows in to then bend your arms. So squeeze to pull in and reach. And the reason why the blocks are there is that you don't put your hands on the ground. Feet pressed firmly into the floor. Your back muscles are really fired up now. Four more. Squeeze your kneecaps. Last one. Now pause here. Put your hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. Abs on tight. Lift your bottom. Push your chest all the way up. Bring yourself to your hands and knees. Focus top. Now earlier on we did our triceps. Yeah, we're going to go back to them. So we're going to do. It's your option if you want to use a block or not, by the way. So if you don't use a block, it's a little bit more challenging. So we're going to go back to those triceps, drop down, push up, but we're going to do one leg this time. So your knees need to be a little bit closer. You lift and drop. You swap. And then you can use your blocks if you want to go. The blocks give you a little bit more range for your shoulders, so you have less hunch. Definitely use a block. If you don't want to do one leg, keep both legs on the floor.
Don't want to do either leg?
Keep your legs on the floor.
Bit of step, just a leg. I like to use blocks. I like the feeling of it in the shoulder. And you're going to go and do your own time. I don't mind if some of you are faster, some of you are slower. And just keep going. Your blocks like that. Steps. So pull back and then drop forward. Keep both of your legs on the floor. Right, whichever one you're doing, 6 more. You can do it without your knees on the ground if you want. If you want to challenge yourself, just on your toes. I can do it going down. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, going down just falling, isn't it? You're
Yeah,
going up the top.
controlled falling, Anthony, not just falling.
Not gravity.
Controlled. Now I've lost count. I think I've got 2 more. And then drop it back, stretch. Lower your elbows to the ground, drop your forehead down onto your hands. Now we're going to do 1 push-up, 2 leg extensions and a plank. It's going to look like this. You're going to take your blocks wider. So I'm going to take them like that. You don't have to use blocks, by the way, I'm just using blocks. So you're going to do 1 push-up, 1 leg extension, 1 leg extension, 1 push-up, 1 leg extension. Options, do them on your knees. When you come up, lift your knees and then do your 2 leg extensions. Hip extensions, if you want to call them hip extensions. Okay? Go. Get those heart rates up. Blocks again are easier because it gives you a bit more range. But you might not want to do easier. Lovely. Sweep. That's it. Excellent form. So your push-ups a little bit wider in your hands, but nice push-ups anyway. Work, guys. I'm liking that everyone's on their toes. All right, 4 more. One more. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, drop your elbows, hold it back again. Toss it. You want one leg pulse. Down 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. This time, as we sit back in child's pose, we take our hands behind the base of the spine. First of all, taking a couple of breaths, let your shoulders drop. And then lifting up. This is where you're going to need my help again, isn't it, guys? Why do you always have cold hands, cold feet?
One of those things. When you keep going on, it's snapping back into my spine.
And lift those hands up. Hey, interlace, that's it. Another 5 seconds. Give yourself one more breath. Oh, sorry, Tom. I might just call you Tim though from that one. Roll it up, guys. Okay, we're going to finish with pigeon. Downward facing dog, please. Up you come. This should feel beautifully relaxed now, this position. Lovely little walk through the hips, melting the head and chest down. Stretching that position however you wish. Rib cage drop down towards the chest, eye gaze towards the knees. Lift your left leg high to the sky. Look forward. Drop down, pigeon. Right, so if you're feeling a bit like uncomfortable in the hip or the knee, sometimes it's quite nice to sit into a block here.
Might need 2 blocks to sit on.
Yeah. Or you turn that way. Lengthen your right leg behind you and just drop down into that stretch. Now, if you're sitting on a block, try and take quite a lot of weight into that left buttock. So we can stretch the quad whilst we're here. You put your hands, put it into the inside of the foot and just drive it in towards you. This time I want you to actually turn towards the foot as you pull the heel in. So actually rotate your body towards the foot. And as you rotate towards the foot, push your right hip down. So if you can't grab it, sit on the block and then put it up there. Got it? Oh, that's impressive. Okay, release. Lift back up. Right leg up to the sky. Rigid. Use a block if you need to, you don't have to. And then melt down when you're ready. Find that stretch. Push your weight into that right hip. Let the shoulders relax, let your body fall down. Slide your left leg back a little bit more into me. So if you want to block, remove it. Lift your hands, toes, lift back up.
No,
Oh, we didn't. No,
We did
sorry.
everything.
Quad stretch. I've gone one step ahead. So So just then pigeon, turn back towards it, draw the heel in. Stay there.
No.
Let me feel it though, to be honest. Okay, release the leg when you're ready. Now bring yourself up. Now bring yourself down facing dog. And what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees, you're going to look forward, and you're going to take a big jump forward and land here. Lower your head and chest down. What you're doing after standing, come back. Back, back. Look at my foot. How horrible. Okay, scoot the belly in, soften the knees, and just take a roll up through the spine. Once you reach the top, roll those shoulders back. Turn your palms forward, raise your arms up. Reach up, bow, clap.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
It's about half-hearted.
Thank you.